All right, so wrapping up our historic segment today. Thanks for the gift, Niv. With a viewer submission here. So Gideon the Trials was printed in Amonkhet Remastered. And Gideon's second zero here says you get an emblem that says as long as you control a Gideon Planeswalker, you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. So we're doing something a little bit cheeky here. In addition to Pact of Negation, which is fun with Gideon. So if you have Gideon out with the emblem, you could just choose to not pay 5 for your Pact of Negation, and it's just a free roll counterspell. We have Chance for Glory along with Gideon, which you can ignore the downside on Chance for Glory. We have Glorious End, which you can ignore the downside on. And then we also have Discontinuity here, which we can use to end the turn in response to these triggers in case they like kill our Gideon or something in response. We've got some Wrath of Gods, a little bit of board interaction, some Mind Stone to ramp up into some other Planeswalkers, and some Narsets to try and tie the room together. So let's go ahead and pop on into some games here with this and see how it goes. This is definitely a do the thing deck. We'll see if we can take a few extra turns along with our Gideon Emblem, huh? Rachko, thanks for the 2 months. Welcome back. Are there any other reasonable Gideons? Gideon Blackblade's not, like, unplayable, but it's still not great. I assume we'll get Gideon Ally of Zendikar in Pioneer Remastered. So if we get that card, that would definitely be playable in here. Hey, Torbrand, thanks for the 3/4 year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Tian's got awkward mana and nothing to do early. Tian also has awkward mana. All right. Praise be to the Jeskai Triome, chat. Pact of Negation was in Amonkhet Remastered. Wannabe Beetle? Peace, Team Plugger. Yep, we'll be up on YouTube later as always. Hey, Venom Draw, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Oaklandia. Yeah, I can see adding lands, Wargy. We have 4 cycle lands, so it's a little bit of insurance against flooding. I can maybe see, like, I know the mana looks a little awkward this game, so it sounds a little bit skeptical to say this, but maybe if we want some more lands, we could add something like Mobilize District to the deck. Or perhaps even just some basics. You like castles? Sure. Aren't prison effects fun, opponent? Oh, you're playing a draw 2 deck. Aww. Opponent. What a fun deck. Drawing extra cards. Seems really sweet. It'd be a shame if I had some kind of miserable prison card to make you hate the fact that you're playing your current archetype. That would be tough. Are we the baddies? Yes. Would you describe this matchup as polarizing, chat? Do you think that's a descriptor you would probably use to describe what's occurring here? Yeah, they're plussing this for the alt, but like, What does the alt even do here?
Come to me.
Like, they get to alt this on my next turn, but like, what are they gonna accomplish with 2 extra turns?
Might demands power.
Oh, did I mess up? I could have attacked all of these at them and then chanced for gloried, right?
Here's a constructive use of time.
So if I chance for glory, I get the next turn, but I can't win on that turn, so I shouldn't do that. Let me start by cycling this. So I guess Uro gets to kill Narset now, finally. Oh, we're killing Sarkhan. Sure, I guess that makes sense.
How could I have lost?
I appreciate clean victories.
Add a bit of style doesn't hurt. Bravery galvanizes any plan.
Yeah, Uro might let them play through. And remember, they're only in this game because I messed up, chat. I guess that's not strictly true, because if I don't attack the Teferi, they don't have to ult it there.
I still have much to learn.
Well, they probably don't do it at all, Coons. They probably wait till their next turn to tick it to 11. Yeah, I would have had to send all of it at their face, and then the timing doesn't work out for me.
Let's make this quick.
Not famous, thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, I don't know that any of our choices are very good here, huh? I guess I can tick this here. Kill this cast Wrath of God, but then, like, they still have Uro in their bin, and they have this in play, and I have basically nothing. What is this deck trying to do? It's trying to set up a lot. It's trying to do a lot of things to use cheap taking extra turn spells. It's probably not very good. We're gonna see if we can attempt to make that happen a couple of times, though. Yeah, we get to pack the Uro. The problem is we're just dying to the Improbable Alliance, right? Hey, Sardnox, since the entire year of sport, I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, we don't really have like a catch-up mechanic from here, right? Like they're still at 26. I guess we can Narset into Wrath of God to reset the board and then like prevent them from making more of these.
There are so many mysteries. Hone your prowess.
Did I miss a big cheer?
I know my responsibility. No time for a break.
By your side, I am always ready.
Fear is a tool. Use it.
You're not going to make this.
Excuse me?
Let me know if you're up for round 2.
Okay, deal.
Meditate and prepare.
Yeah, I'm also confused, but I'm also not going to look a gift horse in the mouth, okay? I guess they're just like planning to have Uro work for them again, is their plan? We did finally find Gideon.
No is to triumph.
So I think I Sarkhan, downtick, and then chance for glory here, right? Is the plan? And then next turn I can Gideon Emblem to not die. Yeah, I can Sarkhan next turn, chat. I just have to do it before I play the Gideon. I understand how the game works. You plus Sarkhan, and then you play the Gideon. Yeah, I thought we were gonna be dead. No, oh, fuck! Damn it, Hoagland. It's gonna be okay.
Show me what you can do. Save yourself and give up now.
That's fine. We're not dead. It's just, I'm just annoyed. It's gonna be okay. Hello, oldest son. How was school today? It was good? Yep. It is my guy. He's a dragon. I think he's a fire dragon. He's phased out. Phase this guy out. Main deck Aether Gust. Sure. I guess they have a lot of draw discard in their deck. What healthy, interesting formats. All the main deck Aether Gust. Camwell, thanks for 11 bucks. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Alright, so what on God's green earth are we doing? Am I just clicking submit? None of these cards seem particularly exciting. I guess Dovin's Veto is maybe fine. Maybe Dovin's Veto is fine. Yeah, that was our 20-minute game one. Yeah, I was surprised we were able to catch back up there. The fact that they left our Narset in play and prioritized... The fact that they left Narset in play and prioritized killing our hero of Dominaria was a little awkward. Like, that was definitely what gave us the room to get back in. I think a couple of vetoes sound fine. Maybe trim a couple of these glorious ends so it can pressure my planeswalkers. Narset in the opener, probably fine. You the only one stream freeze. I did not have any connection disruptions this time, so probably on the client side. Alright, let's draw some lands here now. I see the bans will continue until morale is improved. Policy has not changed. Yep, you're not wrong. Resource variance is a really fun and interesting game mechanic that leads to meaningful gameplay. I guess we sit and hope to draw land again. Having the strangest sense of deja vu, chat. The strangest sense of deja vu. Remember, while our deck only has 24 lands in it, it also plays 4 Mind Stones, so our deck does have 28 mana sources in it. Yeah, Magic has a lot of games you just, like, don't get to play. It's just part of the core tenet of the game. You just take no meaningful game actions, make no meaningful decisions, and die. This is how it works. I rely on those games happening to get wins with my blue-black control deck. Yeah, I mean, in a way, like, games like that are part of what makes a lot of people play Magic. Because games like that happen, give players who want to play decks that aren't good, it gives them justification of sometimes their deck that's built poorly and played poorly gets wins anyways. It's very protecting of your ego. It lets you write off losses as not your fault. Lets you get wins with decks that otherwise would never get wins. Oh, I don't have a second blue source. What's your opinion of the Pokemon TCGO client and the economic model it uses? The client itself is incredibly good software. The economic model that it uses is borderline idiotic. It's really awful. You remember, like, as someone who's, like, played Pokemon TCGO, the hoops you have to jump through to get the cards you actually want to play with, it's just awful.
I have practiced against many players like you. Put thoughtfulness before action.
At least they give you digital pack keys as your paper product. Yeah, I guess. It's still really awful. Nothing can hold a candle to Runeterra's model where you literally just put money in and get exactly the cards you want.
I have just the trick for this.
Oh, right. I have to put a stop on my end step to respond to my own trigger. I'm glad that happened in a game that I didn't really care about the result of, huh? Apologies. Gotta click the end step stop there, so that way you could play your card in response to your card. Got it. Alright, I'm gonna bring in 4 Dovin's Veto. I'm gonna click submit. I don't think this is a Gideon Blackblade matchup. I would say it was a fancy conceit, but we got an animation with it, right? Holy gosh, chat. I've got 3 mana sources, he says, before getting his Mindstone Thoughtseize, and I can cast some of these spells. It's exciting. It's exciting. We're gonna get to... I don't even know that we're gonna win, but we might actually get to play. I might get to put spells on the stack and activate my Planeswalkers. I don't even know what to do with my hands. Zenity, thanks for the third of the year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Spell Pierce. Must have Mystic Dispute or Opt, maybe? Cycling Sensor, sure. We have a 3-drop guaranteed here regardless, which is great. Probs procrastinating. Thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Listen, chat, I'm just going to get to cast a spell this game, and it's going to be glorious. I just want a chance at glory, chat. The new Runeterra Dragon's awesome. The only thing sweeter than the card itself is the artwork.
Stand down.
This dude's gasoline. He's ready to light some people up. I think I'm just passing here with Veto up. His non-level mode is pretty sweet too. It's quality stuff all around. think I take the Teferi here in case they disrupt the Planeswalkers I already have in play.
Hone your prowess.
Hey, Abyssal, thanks for the 20 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
Count on a rematch. I'm known for my hold that thought.
So I get to flip search here.
I'll have a better plan next week about a rematch. We need to move quickly.
Just the incredible, interesting, and stimulating gameplay. Just so stupid.
You know what?
Those who cannot perceive beyond the veil of reality, meditate and prepare.
I think I want to draw with Teferi before I impulse with Narset. Because it lets me make a little bit more informed decision, he says. Alright, so I think I'm just supposed to Teferi Master of Time here. Maybe it's right to Discontinuity. This card a negate. Sinister Sabotage, brutal. So we're going to play Nicol Bolas and down tick on my 8 Loyalty Planeswalker, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I have a backup at least.
Defiance is hardly has consequence. Trust me, you'll thank me later.
The plus on this, at least, isn't a big deal. While we've got Narset out, it just chews into our cards a little bit. Which isn't a big deal, because I've got plenty of extra cards sitting around. They could use Teferi's plus and then untap their Search for Escanta. That'd be a pretty good line. Hey, Carefate, thanks for the 14 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Thought erasure me, daddy. Joke's on you. I don't got thoughts to erase. Let's see if they see the untap. Yeah, so they don't get to draw, but they're gonna get to untap their what's it called at the turn, which is good for them. Okay. This could be lethal, right? This is a blank. They still haven't fixed it, so you can select Historic Traditional at the start of deck building. They also haven't fixed the numerous priority bugs that you experience with Phyrexian Tower. That's been there for like 4 patches now. Much less a quality of life bug in the deck editor. When you direct challenge someone on the friends list using Historic, only one person gets to select the Historic. Yeah, I know, that one. That was an issue with the, in the Hooglandia Open. It's tell people to use the swords and enter in their codes. It's really something. The deck editor in Runeterra leaves a little bit to be desired in terms of features, but other than that, the quality of the software in that application is a refreshing change of pace for Magic. Do I Mind Stone or do I hold up Veto now? I think I probably want to wait to hold up Veto. I probably want to wait to hold up Veto until... I really like making React spoiler content. I think it's low effort and it's bad content. the what's it called? My doing the spoiler review on that podcast is the first time I've done something like that in a while, and it was a good reminder of like how bad that type of content tends to be, because like all my Nightfall reactions on there are bad because it's just missing information. I think the card's sweet. I think it's an awesome design. I think the artwork's insane. We can think about how good or bad it might be once we know what's in the set. Recently, as in a couple months ago, Waffle. So I'm using NVIDIA's RTX software to cancel out my. It's not actually peaking. It's the AI on RTX not liking when I get loud. Technically not peaking. I think there are enough Runeterra viewers to open on it. Probably not. And they're also, they're just the logistics of running an open without a site like MTG Melee is too difficult. You need in-client tournament support or proper third-party support. Things like Smash.gg just aren't good enough. I don't have signups open for the next historic tournament yet. Need to put that event page together. Yeah, the kids are basically unrecognizable while it's going, but it does a good job. You actually can't hear my air conditioning unit at all, which is currently running. So it's doing what it's supposed to. In addition to the small side effects. Jeff reacts to React spoiler content. Yeah. I'm glad other people enjoy React spoiler content. Like, if you love it, I don't really want to, like, my intention isn't to yuck your yum. It's just, like, I don't like spending time. It's the same reason I took a couple days off of streaming Magic when they announced that they were lame ducking this format, right? Like, I don't like making content that I know is going to quickly be made irrelevant. If that makes sense. And React spoiler content is definitely that. It's content that's very likely not going to be worth anything like a week later. Leveled Thresh pulling out Acel is going to be fun. Yeah, maybe. Leveling Thresh isn't easy. So I am going to have to pay 5 for my Pact of Negation next turn.
Slow down.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems popular. And maybe like sideboard guides, like it's something people really want to see, so maybe I should just cave and do it. Like, it's definitely not content that I personally am a fan of making. We have there's a Lucian Ephemerals deck in the queue that's an archetype we played a couple of times before. It's okay. It, like, tends to struggle when it doesn't draw exactly Lucian is the issue.
Looks like I'm out of time. I fight with a dragon's rage. Behold!
You're still playing against Field of the Dead in a constructed event because Wizards of the Coast doesn't clear out the constructed events when they update the ban lists in the format. They just let people who registered ban cards finish their event. It is an incredible load of nonsense. So, them phase shifting out this to kill Sarkhan isn't too big of a deal, because it means they have to shift it out again next turn or lose their Teferi. And if there's some legal obligations, stop it, get some help. You know how many WotC apologists over the years told me they couldn't do cash events because of legal issues? I'm really tired of lawyers in my Twitch chat. Lawyers on Reddit. Everybody's a flippin' lawyer. No, chat. It's not a legal issue. They're just bad at their job. They just don't have the capacity to be able to implement it properly and kick people out when they're done. That's the reason it doesn't happen, because of incompetence. Apathy or incompetence. Pick one. Those are the two options. Why not both? Probably not wrong. Why not both? Well, I'm like, honestly, it's funny because, like, you would think that the one upside of them announcing these things in advance would be that they're giving players notice that they're going to get kicked out of the event, right? Like, that should be the one very minor upside of them announcing the announcement is, hey, we're announcing the announcement, finish your event by Monday, or you're going to get kicked out of it. Like, that should be what happens. I'm not trying to defend them, says Simp, who just offered up a reason why they could be incompetent in chat. Stop it. Listen, I don't know I can't tell what your intention was, but the result of the words that banged out of your keyboard was you defending them. Yeah, honestly, you want to talk about legal, you could probably make the argument that players are paying for an experience to play a specific format, and leaving decks that are no longer legal in that format for people to queue into means that they're literally not receiving the experience they have paid money to receive. They are explicitly selling something and then not delivering what they've sold.
I'm not going to sit this one out. Time is much more malleable than people think.
think I have any outs here. Meet Wad, thanks for the 12 months. He's just starting to go with that shield. I don't really have anything that lets me take this meaningfully off the table, right?
If you wish to surrender now, I understand. I have just the trick for this.
Show me what you can do.
I know a lawyer from your Discord, and his name is a crappy lawyer, so I'm not sure how much we can trust his legal advice. If we +1 the Gideon, does that prevent the 10 damage of Walker? It does not, because when this flips, it exiles itself and then returns itself to play. So when a thing changes zones, it's technically a new instance of that thing. Got some good value on them plussing this and having to discard because of the Narset, which is funny. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of good solutions, Chewy. They're just like lazy or incompetent. They don't want to do it. Like, there's tons of fantastic ways to handle, like, the fact that people are playing ban cards in the events. I guess I start here, huh? Hey, ZYX, thank you for the 13 months. Welcome back. I think we're dead here. Yeah, I guess with Gideon we could technically take an extra turn.
If it's a fight you want, then a fight you'll get. You cannot win.
Gideon and Narset knock out their planeswalkers. Not really. Do I want to upkeep stop, or do I want to let them... They're probably not going to downtick this, right? So I think I just do this now. Just end their turn. So the problem here is I can't make Gideon a creature this turn. So if I make Gideon a creature this turn, they get to downtick. They get to downtick Teferi on it, and then I lose.
I'm going in.
You can't lose. Always beats you do lose. So that's the point of the deck. Gideon Trials emblem here lets us work around that. I've got Pact of Negation and Veto here, so that's nice. My opponent's going to get to take 2 extra turns with Teferi Master of Time, though. Which is kind of unfortunate. I actually completely disagree with that, Chrono. Anybody that thinks the blame for Arena's shortcomings and incompetence falls on the people actually writing the code likely isn't very familiar with corporate culture that experiences in these large companies. Almost certainly the issues that we've experienced surrounding Magic Arena and the many shortcomings that this application has are largely related to management or funding issues. Yeah, generally speaking, it falls on those folks.
No, I don't think so.
Try and attack the Nicol Bolas here. Prof White MTG. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thank you for the entire year support. Does Emblem work if Gideon is phased? It does not. But this will come back at the start of my next turn, so I can Pact of Negation something here. This game has been so long. Get ready for that. When they banned Field of the Dead. So, a lot of people very incorrectly surmised that Field of the Dead oppressed mid-range decks. And that couldn't be further from the truth. The types of decks that Field of the Dead helped keep out of the format were do-nothing control decks, like what this opponent is playing. Field of the Dead helped ensure that people had to have ways to actually win the game in their deck in a reasonable amount of time, as opposed to intending to kill their opponents based on old age.
I won't forget our time together.
My small company, we were told we had X budget for a project, which would have supported 8+ devs. We were able to hire 3, and the project crashed and burns. The programmers were blamed for it. Yeah. Management scapegoating their shortcomings onto the actual workers is also pretty peak late-stage capitalism. It's just how things work. Yeah, like Wizards explicitly wanted these types of matchups to be something that you experience commonly on Arena. Like, the long, drawn-out, lots of sweepers, lots of one-for-ones, like, this is what Wizards wants Magic to be. Mythic Wild Card, worth its weight in gold. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the way it works, like, taking win conditions out of your control deck is often game theory optimal in Magic Gin. Because that way you don't draw a bunch of win conditions when they're not going to be useful.
Defend yourself. I've been waiting for this. I must revisit my training.
I know 88
Agree completely, Charizard.
home your
It's
pride.
because the people that were complaining about Field of the Dead didn't actually understand how the game works.
for a good
Shouldn't wizards know better? Once upon a time I would have said yes, but after the last year I'm inclined to say no. This will probably be our last match with this deck. This deck's pretty bad. To bring in some extra sweepers here. This one's been a pretty rough dud. Does not really do what it's looking to accomplish. Having to get exactly Gideon out and not having a lot of good ways to protect Gideon. Mana being a little bit awkward. Definitely not very powerful. Yeah, I agree, Wargy. Goblins playing ringleaders probably in a pretty reasonable spot. Alright, we got anger and lands to cast it. Yeah, I think decks that just counterspell all of your stuff are probably going to be in an okay spot. And those decks will have incredibly polarizing matchups because they'll be good against decks with expensive things in them and bad against things that have cards that can't be countered in them. Polarization, chat. Yeah, not only Ceratops, but Elves has the new Allosaurus Rider, right? Or whatever it's called, Allosaurus Shepherd. Is blue-white auras less good now with more control decks running around? Probably not. I think it's probably still fine. You maybe need to change how it's built a little bit to have some more anti-control cards in the 75, but I'd be surprised if that's terrible. Which is good, because it's been like a week since green was too good.
This is a blade worth saving.
I'm just gonna Pact of Negation, whatever their 3 or 4 drop is this turn, hopefully. That's super unfortunate. Yeah, now I can't Pact anything.
Retreat.
Alright, I want to be off this one. I'm ready to play some Rune Terra. Yeah, this deck, I probably shouldn't have accepted this one. Yeah, I don't think this deck is playable. Like, so, this deck's playing a lot of individually weak / bad cards, and the payoff or thing it's working towards when it works also isn't particularly good or powerful. So definitely feels like this just isn't very good. All right, what are we doing? I'm going to shift gears or replace some Rune Terra. Wrap up with some Rune Terra, huh? A little bit early, but